Alrighty, fellas. Good morning. My name is Patrouski. Thank you for the 100 bits, gamer. I'll properly thank that here in a quick second. Okay, I really appreciate that. The business, bro's a businessman. Dude, I'm honored to hear it. Never mind. I'll just thank you now. Thank you for the 100 bits. That's awesome. I'm honored to hear it. Congrats for being. This is the final stream recap for a while. Okay, this is the final stream recap. We got John Stockton playing Pokemon. Hold up, the OG, the legend. I'm getting so distracted today. This is my final stream recap until Shiny War. This is my final stream for the next like 7 days. Okay, this is a big one. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of daily news. But first things first, someone asked a really good question. Someone said, I was returning to PokeMMO. Where's it at? Yo, Pat, how are you doing? I'm getting back in the game now. Do you think it's worth to clean my PC boxes and sell the many alpha Pokemon that I never used? Right now is actually an extremely good time. Right now and during Shiny War coming up in a few days. Actually an extremely good time to be selling specifically male alphas and honestly all types of alphas. Make sure you price check them correctly. IVs are actually like gonna matter less right now, in my opinion, on alphas versus the age group and the gender. During Shiny War, Shalfa hunting is one of the like craziest things you can do that's like really, really high points, but obviously it's like super, super expensive, right? But people will be doing that. Things like alpha males in the I bet you these are like 60k. Alpha male Dragonade group, yep, right on the dot, right on the nose. Alpha male Dragonade groups are currently like 60k, okay? Alpha male, it's like Water A is another Dratini A group, Dragonite, 55k. A lot of male alphas are going to be super pricey because people need them to Shalfa breed. So keep that in mind. So right now is a really good time to sell some alphas as well as during lore or as during war. But it's a great time to do it right now. Absolutely. Okay, let's now get into our daily catch events and our daily news as normal. Let's go ahead and cover first things first. What do we have here, fellas? We've got today's catch event, so I'm going to brush through this one. This is the final catch event I'll be doing on the Ironman account until Shiny War. Farfetch catch event. It's at noon, so it's in like 18 minutes. I'm going to skip it. If you watch the stream recap, it's already too late. My apologies. But this is a cool one because I've never seen them do this structure. First place prize gets a shiny Farfetch'd and no reward points. I think that's cool. Fourth place gets 1,000 RP. Going for fourth place is actually really good in this event. Much better than normal. And then second and third both get 500 RP. This is a good event for Ironman to try, a good event for everybody to try to win some extra RP, and then that shiny Farfetch prize is up there. I like this structure a lot. If you're winning the Farfetch, do you really need the RP on top of it? Probably not. You're probably happy with the Farfetch. So I think spreading the love to other placements, especially like giving fourth place like a real reward, I think is really cool. So shout out to the staff for reorganizing the structure in that way. I think it's really creative and well balanced. Next up. This is week 3 out of the 8-week catch event, okay? This is in Pinwheel Forest in Unova. It's coming up in 2 days. It's on Saturday the 25th of July at 1 p.m. ET. You have 1 hour to catch Swadloon, Whirlipede, Snivy. And you have nature bonuses, +4 for careful, -2 for bold. It's probably not worth catching Snivy in this event. Same as today, I will be dodging and avoiding all Farfetch'd. The catch rate is just so brutal and so slow, it's not worth it. You have better odds just getting more Pokemon and catching more Pokemon, even though Snivy is a cool Pokemon. There's a non-shiny gift Levanny and Whirlipede up for grabs. They can be 6 times 31 if you want to. I think the big prize here is a potential 6 times 31 Scolipede. Scolipede with speed boost, really cool Pokemon, has been good at times in the past in NU if it drops to that tier, if it's in that tier. Let's see what's it at right now. Let's see, actually, let's just check in game if I could type correctly. I think it might be in UU. Scolipede. Wait, where's Speed Boost Scolipede at? Yeah, it's in UU. Okay, look at that usage. Oh my god. Speed Boost Scolipede is currently at 16% usage in UU, 48%. Not a great win rate, unfortunately. But it's Speed Boost is a very, very powerful ability. So, and this has dropped to NU in the past and been pretty good there, it seems like. You don't get now, I gotta call it, yeah, you don't get hidden ability access. I wish you did. You don't get hidden ability access when you get this reward, but you can use 1 Prismatic Pearl. It'll cost you about 300,000 Pokeyen to transfer the hidden ability access, which is worth it when it's a 6 times 31. So you get yourself a 6 times 31 perfect Scolipede. You can transfer hidden ability access, plus you get 1,000 RP, plus you get qualifier points and all that jazz. There's some pretty good rewards in my opinion. The Levanny, I don't know if there's a whole lot of use there, but I think it might have some niche raid use. I'm not totally sure. Next up, This is a great, I love this suggestion box post from I'm so sorry for butchering your name. He basically, TLDR, suggested to increase the amount of hotkey spots for the in-battle hotkey. This one right here. See this one at the top of my screen? Which I couldn't agree with more. I constantly have this like fully keybound up, and I have to constantly like remove Pokeballs and replace new ones because I don't have enough spaces on this hotkey bar. Obviously today it's pretty empty, but like usually I'm constantly changing this, right? So being able to just have more spots, I think is a fantastic suggestion. And one of the devs, Vuku, actually replied, and he was like, yes, like we may look to do that in the future. Essentially, if we expand the battle shortcuts, I would first work on making them be pageable, which is like switching to different ones the same way they did in the recently they added it where it you can like page through. But they can't just add more because it would be a problem on mobile UI, which is this is a fantastic answer, fantastic communication from Vuku that I really appreciate. So it's cool to see that great suggestion being posted, taken seriously, and being discussed. Next up, Shiny War registrations are live. They are up. If you have not registered, make sure you do register. Okay. Now, thankfully, I think there's infinite teams or whatever. I think it's infinite teams. So you have plenty of time to register, I believe, right? Why is this registers are open from blank to okay, I just can't read the 29th. Okay, you have until the 29th. You have until the 29th to register your team if you are unregistered. My team is, there's a lot of great teams. Hyper's team, I know Epoch I think is on this team. Arceus here, GB Weed's doing a team. There's a lot of talented gamers. Here's me, Iron Patrouski. If you have not heard, I am on the team YouTube.com Patrouski. Now, I need to qualify. I was approached by these talented gamers, and they were like, hey, we're doing a very casual war team this year. It's a lot of very high-end gamers, but they were like, hey, we're doing a very casual war team. We're not going for like, these guys have gone for like top 3, or some of these guys have won top 3 in the past. Or sorry, some of these guys have won Shiny War, to give them proper respect. Some of these guys have literally won all of Shiny War in the past. These are ex-Shiny War victors, okay? But they were like, hey, we don't want to do that again. We're having a chill year. Like, we don't want to like, go for gold again. It's just too much. It's too much, man. It's so much to try to go for rank 1 in that way. They're like, you know what? We're just going to do a really chill year. Try to go for like top 50 or whatever, you know, hang out, meme around. They're already memeing around so much. Like, they're just kind of having fun. They told me we're going to use the team name YouTube.com/Patrouski. We're going to use it regardless. Do you want to be in the team? And I was like, okay. I mean, that's funny. Sure. But I don't want someone to think like I made them name the team or some shit. They were doing this as a joke and a bit, and there you go. So anyways, there's so many. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to work with these gamers for the first time in like so long. A lot of these gamers I have worked with before in Team Mr. Shiny Wars, but I haven't been able to game alongside these guys in so fucking long, and I'm very excited. I'm very fucking excited. So it should be a good time. That's Shiny War registrations. Next up, I have one item market check that I actually want to go ahead and go over because it is Mysterious Premier Ball 2023s. And this is one of the best investments you could have ever made within PokeMMO, man. This thing tripled or quadrupled your money, if not more. These things were as low as 250,000 Pokeyen. Now, that's obviously still that's a lot of Pokeyen for one Mysterious Ball Patrouski. I don't understand. Why are they so expensive? This, to my knowledge, is the best way, technically, to Shalfa hunt in PokeMMO. The problem is there's so few of them on the GTL, and they're so expensive. These are the only Mysterious Balls that have a 100% alpha drop table. So if you open one of these, they will always give you an alpha Pokemon of some kind. Specifically Mysterious Premier Balls 2023, okay? And they never brought these balls back either. That's what's even crazier. Is like there's honestly more listed on there's 21 on the GTL, more than I expected. They never brought these back. These came out in 2023. These were like 2022. They were still testing Mysterious Balls. These aren't really these are like not the same thing to my knowledge. But these have a 1 in 4,000 shiny rate, which you can boost with Charm and Dono, and are all alpha spawns. It may not be like the best alpha species is all the time, but it's pretty it's insane that it's even possible. It's insane that these items exist, and the fact that they have gone from 260k at their lowest up to at their peak of 2.2 mil during the last Shiny War. 2.2 mil in the last Shiny War. to nowadays being around 1.2, anywhere from 1.2 to 1.34 million Pokeyen. Insane. Insane that they 10 times, oh, not quite 10 times, like 8 times. They like 8 times increased in price from like 2.250k, 260k up to 2.2, which is just crazy. One of the craziest items in Pokemon history. Really important to know about this item. I remember when they came out, I was a big deal. So it's important to teach that history to people who are newer to the game. Hopefully that was educational, informational, or helpful in some way. Okay, now that's the beginning of our stream recap intro. Okay, we've got our achievement showcase next, but I think the achievement showcase might have to come after this catch event. So I will probably see you guys in about an hour and 20 minutes or so, but it'll be in the blink of an eye for you. Don't worry. Or we'll have some questions in between. No way, shiny Staryu. Wait, actually, Mort? Wait, did you just get a wild shiny Staryu? I'm eating lunch, but I will come check that out. I'm coming right now. Did you actually live shiny Staryu right now? I'd be so happy. I'm on the way. I assume you're at Route 13, right? What channel and stuff, dude? Channel 5, Route 13. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Mort. Dude, let's fuck. Also, the shiny gold streamer luck. Fuck. The shiny Golurk lead named Streamer Luck with the shiny Staryu. Dude, congratulations, man. Let's fucking go. What a beautiful, beautiful shiny. Sorry for the no cam. I'm eating my chimkin salad lunch right now, but dude, I love seeing live shinies. Dude, congratulations. Good luck on the IVs, man. You can just, you know this. We can just quick ball catch that. Good luck too on the IVs, man. Good luck to luck. I'm gonna go back to my shunt, but Omega, good luck, dude. Hell yeah. That's a great shiny to see live. You know what? I'm not super busy today. I normally might not answer this, but someone said, what are good Pokemon to XP farm for profit right now? I'm just going to check some things that I think maybe might be good. So like first thing is a Gallade. Gallade is really popular right now in PvP. If you were to buy, you could buy a 2x31 male Ralts for like 80k, 90k, 100k a little bit. You could buy both of these for like 90k, right? If you were to level that up into a Gallade, XP train it, you would lose money. Okay, what the fuck? This one's not EV trained, I guess, but that's... Huh. Never seen that before in my life. Literally have never seen that. That is so weird. Gallade very well might get banned again, which is why it's important to make profit of it now while you can. Let's try Gibbles. The Gibble, very similar price, 90k. What about Garchomp? What? I've never seen this. What is happening? People are losing money by EV trading and XP trading to Pokemon? What is happening? Okay, let me try. Let's try. This is why it's good to... I've seen like little gained. I've never seen like you lose money. That's hilarious. That's insane. Okay, let's... oh, hold up. That's very cool. Nice Lapras. Is this a Safari caught? Netball. Like a swarm or something? What the fuck is this? Anyways, okay, get distracted once again. Oh, yes, it's all a 40. It's probably a swarm. Let's see. What's a good... Let's do PVM. What's a good PVM Pokemon someone might need right now? Maybe like a Smeargle is an easy one to always check. Smeargle. Let's do Smeargle. Let's do 20 plus attack, 20 plus speed, adamant, lonely, naughty nature. You could buy these Smeargles for 20k a piece, 25k. Let's now check level 100 Smeargle. So that's a crazy profit margin. Now, these are 31, so it's a little bit different. But that's like an insane profit margin. Buying them for 20k and then you EV train them and XP train them, and they're 170. Like that's a 150k margin. Now let's go back to like. Now if you want like the 2x ones, you buy them for. You'd probably sell 20 plus ones for. Because these aren't, you know, you'd probably sell these for a bit less. You could probably still sell the 20 pluses for like 130, 140k, you know? Is it typically cheaper to breed? Typically, but it depends. With the alpha market right now and like so many alphas bringing in so many high-level cheap Pokemon into the game, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. This is a great explanation. Someone said Ralts are used a lot for storyline runs, so there's more demand on the low-level ones, I think, in my... That's a great explanation. That's a great thing that I didn't factor in there. I was just thinking about the PvP usage. 100%, man. Good call. Speaking of storyline, okay, you got me. This is how to explain money making about PokeMMO is like just Following the thought process. Someone mentioned storyline Pokemon. Okay, let's look. What that makes me think of like Porygon. Okay, so like modest nature, 20 plus attack, 20 plus speed. Porygon, how much are those? Now these you're gonna want to be low level, so it's not a good example of like EV trading, SP trading for profit. You could buy these for like a 31 speed, 20 plus modest nature Porygon's 32k. What about? How can you make profit on this is the problem. That you wouldn't want a high level one for this is the meme. But you might be able to, I mean, if you found one good enough, you might be able to like train one for PvP. This is not quite good enough, but you could try. You could try to train it and sell it and see what happens. But I wouldn't recommend that necessarily. What if we do 20 plus mod? It's gonna be so expensive, then it's the problem. But okay, follow the thought process. Okay, next up, I would be like the one of the ones I check the most is Magikarps. Magikarps, 20 plus attack, 20 plus speed, adamant, lonely, or naughty. Let's do lonely first. That's really cheap. So like these Magikarps, 2,500, 5k, you could buy these, EV train them to level 20 as a Gyarados. And then sell them for like, I would say 10k. You could sell them for 10k, 15k, pretty fast, pretty easily in my opinion. Level 20. These are too high level, this one. This one's a good priced one. 10k for a lonely, this is a great storyline Gyarados right here. Level 20. I don't recommend speed. I do recommend like EV training attack is better than speed at that point in the storyline. But it depends. What else is there? Just things like this. Just like, I think PVM Pokemon are some of the best ones. So let's like just go through your own party. Breedable I don't recommend though. We could always check Typhlosions. Cynicals and Typhlosions are one of the most common things to level for profit. You could do 25, 25, modest, mild, or rash. So 40k for these, and then if you XP train them, you know, it's going to sell for like, you could, this is just EV train, design level 100. This feels cheap for a level 100 one. This feels cheap. Has eruption. 100k? That feels cheap. That feels flippable. If I was on a main account, I'd probably buy that and flip it. Let's check mild. This feels so cheap. Oh, if I was on a main account, I would buy these two, XP train them up and sell them. There's always like room. This is like, there's always room for profits, man. Because you're putting in work. When you're putting in work and effort, there's almost always room for profit in PokeMMO, which is beautiful, dude. Hopefully that gave some people some ideas and some thought process on how to make money in PokeMMO. I have tons of videos to talk about it. Learning the thought process of how to make money in PokeMMO is so much more important than just knowing a method or two. You want to constantly change methods when it comes to Pokemon like that and constantly adapt to underserved and niche markets. Alrighty, fellas, I've been distracted by a few things here and there, but I haven't even done the achievement showcase yet. What do you say we go ahead and finally jump into that? Okay, first things first, we got a congratulations over to Nash Eugene, who got 2 shinies back to back, almost back to back, in one day. They got a shiny Rattata at like 30,000 encounters, went to go EV train the Rattata, and got a shiny Golbat while EV training the shiny. So that's fucking sick, dude. Congratulations to Nash Eugene, okay? Next up is Menez, who got their first ever shiny, a shiny Whisper at like 1,800 total encounters. Congratulations to you, gamer, on your first shiny. That is always a special feeling. If you want to be featured in the achievement showcase, you can go to my Discord and go to the achievement showcase chat and upload your achievements. I try to get to everything that I possibly can. I don't mean to ever exclude people. I'm just kind of going through and trying to find cool ones to show off on stream. So it's not promised you'll get shown, but I do my best, okay? It's a way for me to show off what the average, you know, salt of the earth Pokemon player is doing, as well as, about 1 month wait period. Yeah. I try my best, okay? I'm a little backlogged. I got a lot of stuff going on. But it's a way for me to showcase people's achievements, as well as hopefully give you guys some inspiration, some ideas on what you might want to do today within PokeMMO. Anyways, moving on. Dude, this is a full-on poem, a full-on story here, okay? We got Asmofet. I posted this originally a couple weeks ago in shiny hunting, but I forgot to post it here in the achievement showcase. Today, I got my first shiny. I've been playing Pokemon on and off since 2014, a true OG. I was bouncing around between 2 accounts and multiple characters to repeatedly complete the storyline, partially because I didn't know what to do back then. Well, fun fact, alt accounts to recomplete the storyline was one of the most meta things to do back then, because back then the only way you could get TMs in PokeMMO was in the storyline. So everybody got one Earthquake TM after beating Giovanni, and that was it. So if you had, I don't know, a PvP team where you maybe needed 2 Earthquakes or 2 Rock Slides, or I don't know, more than one PvP team, you would have to go buy an Earthquake TM from someone else who either didn't want their one TM or go grind a bunch of alt accounts. It was insane, dude. It was a crazy time. Yeah, doing alt accounts to get like the TMs and stuff. Anyways, back to the post. In 2021, I finally decided to sit down and learn how to do stuff. A similar path. This is a very similar path to me, honestly. Like, it's very funny how common this is. I beat every region, completed my Pokedex, built teams and Pokemon for raids and reruns, and started Ditto farming. But I never ended up shiny hunting. I decided to change that just 3 days ago. And while looking through the Team Synergy Pokedex, I wanted a Pokemon that I have fond memories of, and one that I liked the shiny variant of as well. Both Nidorans fit this bill. So I ran to Route 35 in Johto and started sweet sending. No Leppas, no shiny charms, and no Donator status. Today, I finally got that shiny after 9.8 thousand encounters, a total of 3.6 thousand Nidoran encounters. I've never encountered a shiny on Pokemon before this moment, playing on and off for over a decade, and before finally playing consistently starting in 2021. Shinies just never really mattered to me. But now that I have my own, it feels like a prize for standing in purgatory. I completely understand the hype of the difficulty of shunting now. I love this. Like, this is just like, it's so sweet, man, because I always say not everybody understands shiny hunting, and not everybody understands it in PokeMMO especially. Why would you want to play a game like this? And I always just compare it to like Dark Souls. Like, Dark Souls is a game you play because of the difficulty, because of the challenge. And I love this, man. I love this so much. Thank you for sharing this story, Asmofet. I really fucking appreciate it. Next up, Gone. Got their fucking PvP hat, dude. Doesn't seem like much to most people. I disagree so much, but I finally got my first seasonal hat. I started playing PvP only a couple months back and owe you around 50 days ago. It's been a learning experience. I've tried lots of teams and lots of different Pokemon builds. Dude, I think, in my opinion, having a 51% win rate on the way to your PvP hat after only doing OU for like 50 days, I think this is incredibly impressive. It is really difficult to get into PokeMMO PvP and Pokemon PvP in general. Obviously, 51% is like the highest win rate of all time, or not like, you know, top ranked 100 players, but like to get into PvP is really hard. You have to tank through so many negative win rates and just try to learn a little bit each game to play this many games. 631 games in total, and to push through all of that, man, I think this is incredibly impressive. Congratulations, Jan. This is a fucking sick achievement, dude. Thank you for sharing. Next up, we have 2 different full shiny teams to cover, and I love this one. You do not see a whole lot of people build a shiny team like this, and for this reason, okay? Finally, I've completed my shiny Hoenn OT team. Hoenn is my favorite region, as it was the first one I played as a child. So I set myself out with the task of obtaining a full team of 6 Pokemon from Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald after completing the storyline. I've never had to grind like this in any game before, but the payoff was worth it, even though I only went over odds once. The team is 6 Pokemon that I've always loved. The highlights are Ludicolo, my favorite Pokemon. Holy shit. Giga Chad take. Ludicolo, Altaria, as Swablu was my first ever shiny in a vanilla game. That's a great first shiny. But had to shunt for one and evolve it 20 years later. Aggron, very underrated shiny in Pokemon. 2x31 attack and defense. Dusclops, cracked IVs, so I made him my new fossil farmer. Metacham, adamant, 31 attack, pure power, hits like a truck and good in raids. Now to save up for a lily pad sombrero to complete the look. I think this is an awesome, like, literally just going for a team like this out of nostalgia and love and respect to your original Pokemon upbringings, I think is so beautiful. Congratulations to you, Ludi Bean. I think this is really fucking sick. Congratulations, gamer. Next up, on a similar vein, this guy also completed a full shiny team. However, this guy did it for PvP, and his Pokemon stats are also pretty cracked. At the start of the year, I hatched my first ever egg shiny Snivy. This achievement made me want to hunt and build. Look how many people are getting into PvP or into shiny hunting, dude. This is so fucking sick. Doing that made me want to hunt and build a semi-competitive full shiny PvP team. And yesterday, I was able to complete this goal after 70 million to 80 million Pokeyen on breeding alone. So not including the cost of egging and lepashunning the actual original shinies. I'm finally ready to go into PvP. And he goes over all the natures of his Pokemon as well. This is fucking sick. Congratulations, Teletubbies. This is one of the coolest achievements in my opinion, like in PokeMMO. This is fucking so cool. This is so cool. Congratulations, dude. Next up, we got some crazy ones today, man. One of the wettest streaks I've seen for such a long streak as well. This guy averaged like the original Pokemon shiny rate. He averaged a shiny every like 8,000 encounters for 8 shinies. That's the math behind this. He got about 1 shiny every 8,000 or so encounters. And here are those shinies. He got a Dratini at 10,000 encounters, a Magikarp at 5,000, a Ghastly at 2,000, a Mankey at 1,500, a Coughing at 3,000, a Smeargle at 14k, a Ponyta at 13k, and then a Sneasel at 15k. 6 shinies, 6 hunts, incredibly wet and incredibly lucky back to back to back. Congratulations, gamer. Next up, the opposite of the wet streak is the dry streak. And this gamer, Zaddy, has gone... okay. Zaddy has gone 2 shiny hunts back to back 100k dry. 135,000 for Cottony into 100k for Gothorita. I've seen, you know, my fair share of 100k hunts, and yet back to back is soul crushing. To push through this is incredibly impressive from Team Void. To push through this and to actually get this and to not give up, not quit, like this is insane. This is such an impressive... I love dry streaks. I think it truly shows what you are capable of. RNG and getting lucky on shunts is awesome. It's like hopefully, you know, like the moments that we all hope to have. But these are the moments that craft us and really make us. I think this is so sick, Zaddy. Thank you for sharing, and I hope that your RNG evens out in the future, and I hope you get very lucky. Another dry streak to talk about, Catastrophe. This hunt almost broke me. I had to take a few days off after this one. So valid. Still feels like a big W though to have it finished. He went 172,000 encounters dry for a Slugma. Amazing shiny hunt. But I'm also pretty sure, isn't this a Lepashunt? I'm pretty sure this is a Lepashunt, which means this cost him an arm and a leg. Like, this would have been a really expensive shunt, dude. What's the math on this? Is it divided by 10, right? 172k, because 10 Lepas is 1 encounter or some shit. So you would do... I think this is right, but I could be wrong. What's that? My math skills are terrible. Divided by 10, and then times the price of a Lepa, which is like 710 per Lepa right now. It's not as bad as I thought, but like that's a lot to go. Imagine paying to go. Imagine paying 12 mil to go 172k dry. You know, because you went dry, it costs more. Like that's always brutal. That is an insane shunt, an impressive shunt. If it's a, I think it's a love shunt. Congratulations to you, Catastrophe. I'm proud of you. I hate to say the P word, but I'm proud of you. That's incredibly impressive, dude. Fucking nice work. Next up, Neo. 5,000 hours in the final achievement of today, by the way. 5,000 hours in PokeMMO, 41 OT shinies, and lost 6 of them. I wish I knew more about that story, because fuck, dude. Is that all Safari shinies? 6 shinies lost in the process. It's gotta all be Safari shinies. That's insane. But 5,000 hours is a crazy milestone, dude. Congratulations. And to get 41 shinies in that time is really efficient, in my opinion, especially if you're doing singles for most of your shunning. This is fucking sickly impressive. Congratulations on an amazing PokeMMO career, dude. That was me. It was a Mount Ember Lepa shunt. Thank you for the heads up, Slugma enjoyer. That is the final achievement showcase of the day. Congrats to all the gamers. We had a lot of cool ones to cover, as we always have some pretty cool ones to cover, but there was some pretty crazy ones today, in my opinion. I like covering the dry streaks like that, so please share any dry streaks, man. I love hearing stories about that. Once again, I think that's what really shapes you as a shiny hunter. Thanks for watching, as always. Let's see what we have to yap about next. Wait, you're my hero. Wait, Cassandra was just saying they're setting up a 24 phone ditto farming setup. And everybody in chat immediately was like, I'm sorry, what? Huh? Recently, I found a good deal on eBay for 23 Samsung Galaxy S7s for $17 a piece. I already played on 5, so I ordered a bunch of cheap $3 AliExpress NES style controllers, and I plan to play them all like a piano. I respect people taking things to an extreme. More power to you. That sounds like my fucking nightmare. More power to you. That's fucking crazy. You're gonna try to play 24 accounts. I don't know if it'll be possible, but good luck. 24 accounts. It's psychotic in the best way. I love what MMO players are willing to do sometimes, man. I think it's fucking beautiful. Some people are saying I think it might be bannable to play that many accounts or whatever. I don't know. I don't think so, but like it does sound vaguely familiar. Like playing. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll try to look into that or whatever. We'll see. No more than 5 shunning in one spot is the only limit I'm aware of. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's some like arbitrary non-official. I have no idea. If you could link a forum post discussing that, that'd be a good heads up for anybody interested in something that crazy in the future. But I have no idea. Okay, shout out to Cassandra for finding the video. Okay, this is so strange. This is my own video from 10 months ago that even I forgot about. Okay, I found it vaguely familiar, but I couldn't even remember what the devs said on this or whatever. I feel like the devs need to, if they want to do stuff like limiting alts, they need to make some sort of formal policy. They probably do just need to like really sit down and think about it and lock in a decision. Because I think right now there's just too much alt discourse within the community. It'd be a lot better if it just got like solved or like cracked down on or whatever. I like alts, but if people are arguing like 24 alts is too much, I think that, I don't know. That's probably, I like when people take things to the extreme as long as they're not like harmful, but if that's arguably harmful, then fair. I think it's up for discussion. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that. Is 24 alts bad? I don't know. I have to think about it, honestly. I'm just going to read it and try to... But here, so there was a discussion between a player and a staff member who were like, thank you for the response. Let me see. One of the cases Q mentions is players who are shunting on a few different accounts are probably going to be ignored, but if you're doing it across 5+ accounts, we'll probably just terminate all of your accounts. If you're asked whether this is a passive nerf to the rates, no, we'll just close your accounts entirely. They'd probably give you a warning first, though, right? Can I ask this being interpretive as you can't use more than 5? It's a great question to clarify. Okay. And then it gets talked about further. Let's see. But it's just so I don't like how unclear and like up in the air this discussion is, right? Q says, hi, connection and device limitations are enforced by the game's server themselves, not by game masters. Multi-accounting is not something which the game masters have a formal policy on, which is why you're getting different answers. When it comes, make a formal policy, pretty please. When it comes to rules administration, we try to be lenient by default and then not impose new rules unless necessary. Normally when we close accounts for this rule, it's because the user is violating other rules, aka using software to multiply inputs across multiple devices, tampering with clients. So it might be fine to like play. So, which I think, yeah, it might be fine. If you want to try, I would be impressed if someone could play 24 alts. That sounds incredibly inefficient. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that this is like not a public rule. No, I agree. So it seems like as long as you only use your hands to play, like it just has to be like on hardware. It can't be like, there's another forum post, one sec. Only use hands to play. What is this forum post? Is there a dev comment on this or what's the point of this post? So this is a post of someone, I think, using, or here, I can actually show the screenshot on what's it called? One sec, I'll do it on screen, one sec. This is someone showing their like crazy alt account setup, which I think is pretty nuts, but like I don't think you should be punished for being out of the norm or putting in more effort for more reward. I think it's fine personally, but that's my personal opinion. What is this? 4, 8, 12, 16. This is someone on 20 phones. And I think the thing is, like, as long as you just don't... Okay, so it seems like you can use as many alt accounts as you want. It just comes down to, like... Because it's going to be inefficient at this point regardless, right? Like... You just can't use cheating software. Who would, you know, shocker, who would have thought? So maybe that's like the main, this image of my inspiration. This is pretty crazy. Like, I don't know, more, it's out of the norm, but like, it's not hurting anybody. I don't think alts hurt the economy. Once again, like, this guy has to put in the effort. He has to, this could be replaced by this could just be one person could just be replaced by 20 players, and it's the same effect on the economy. He's making the money. If you've never heard my alt arguments, I'll go ahead and through some of them. If he's making all of this money, it's for a purpose. He's probably he's making all of this money. He's farming all of these dittos so that he can either then consume the dittos himself through shiny hunts, or use the money from the dittos to buy something else like mysterious balls or charms or donator status. Honestly, you're stimulating the economy more when you use alt accounts like this. You're just like replacing you're adding a new player to the game essentially, which makes things faster. It makes things sell faster, makes things buy faster. It stimulates the economy, and from my understanding and my personal experience, alt accounts should be nothing but good for the game for the most part. My biggest negative of alt accounts is that it's a financial barrier. My biggest problem with alt accounts is that I don't like that you have to buy phones or buy tablets or buy laptops. As someone who grew up, you know, not well off, one of my biggest loves for PokeMMO is that it was, or video games in general, is that like it was a fair playing field. So that's my biggest gripe, and there's not really a great way to get around that. Thankfully, I mean, someone was mentioning they bought these phones for like someone else is buying for like $17 a piece, which is like pretty cheap for a device. So like, thankfully, as devices get cheaper and cheaper, like honestly, that gets better and better. But like, I still don't love the financial. That's my biggest problem, is the financial barrier. But this is just a lot of effort for a lot of rewards. I think it's pretty based. Pretty crazy. My total project is like $500 or $600. That's a lot of money. Like, that's something I could have never afforded in a billion years, you know, growing up type thing. Yeah, but anyways, to get back to the what's it called? I want to see what this old post says. We kind of already know though. When it comes to rules and administration, blah blah blah. For your, I would advise that 5 unique accounts for the reasonable time can be set a legitimate link play. Okay, for this just seems like they just don't want it to be automation, which is not a problem as long as you just don't cheat or play or like use. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, I'm glad we revisited this today. I didn't remember. I remembered vaguely, but I did not remember what the like ruling was on that post. And it's cool to see that like giant crazy phone setup. But I am excited for the alt account discourse to be over with. I'm kind of bored of it at this point. I think it's good to discuss everything, but when you're just discussing stuff ad nauseum, but if you guys can feel free to discuss it. I'm kind of getting bored of it, I guess. But it's cool to see people go for challenges or I think it's cool to see someone try to go for 24 alt accounts. I think it's a cool challenge and a cool goal, and I wish you the best of luck, gamer. How much would Legendaries spike in price if they had a gender and were only breedable within its own species? You can already adjust Legendaries IVs with like the items and stuff, so it wouldn't be for that. It would be for legendary breeding. That'd be the main purpose. So the real question is, how much would someone be willing to pay for one shiny roll at a shiny legendary? And we're just guessing. This is like beyond a theoretical, you know, this is like a if this were to happen and blah blah blah. It wouldn't surprise me if like 10 mil, which I think would be fucking dope. I think it'd be, could you imagine the economy if Robin Legendaries were 10 mil? They take 20 hours to shunt. It becomes like a legit money making method, like 500k an hour, and then new players can do it, and it's like a true grind. You get rewarded for like, maybe they wouldn't be 10 mil is too high then. Maybe like 3 to 5. Maybe people would do it. People would really want to legendary breed, you know. I think it'd be really cool to see on. Maybe that is what we need, a legendary sync. I don't know what the best way to do that is. Maybe making them breedable. I don't know. It's tough to say, but I like the idea. I like the question and the idea. It's a good theoretical. Alrighty, fellas. On that note, I think it's gonna be a good place to go ahead and call it. This is the final stream that I'll be doing until Shiny War, unless if the encounter counter update comes out tonight, I might try to go live. Okay, that's the one stipulation. And I'll record some videos and testing and like hype stuff like that for the new encounters. So other than that, I will probably not see you guys until Shiny War. So thank you so much for watching. There will be tons of videos, tons of guides. I have big guides, big videos, big head of Patrouski coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream as always. Like it if you did, dislike if not. If I stink through the stream, if I'm nice and smelly, subscribe for PokeMMO videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch to watch the shiny hunts coming up in the Shiny War. Watch them live. Discord down below. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal and Venmo donations, above and beyond support is going to mean a ton and really help me get through Shiny Wars. So thank you guys so fucking much. I really fucking appreciate it. It keeps the lights on, keeps me one more day away from a Taco Bell shift so I can focus on PokeMMO content and hopefully make it up to you guys and make it worth it, your time. So have a great day. I will see you guys later. But for now, fellas, peace, Areno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I want to take this moment to say thank you to everybody who goes above and beyond, and thank you as the viewer to making it to the end of the video. I hope it was helpful today and maybe even a little bit of fun. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one.